Uh, the internet and also the internet is defined, which this kind of surprised me a little bit. But the internet is defined as any use of technology involving a device. So they've sort of put it all into one bucket, so to speak. So it would be smartphones, tablets, laptops, any IoT devices, all of it. The approach that I took was qualitative. Quantitative would not have worked as well with this because there is a lot of research, but a lot of it can be speculative. So there are some firm studies, but each study varies and is somewhat random. So I tried to focus in on just a certain few topics. So the current research has looked at specific mental health components, such as personality, depression, cognition, anger, decisional forgiveness, and socioeconomics as a cause for internet addiction. The data collection that I did was predominantly off of Google Scholar. There was not sufficient time for surveys or interviews or healthcare questionnaires, things of that nature. And then looking in pop culture, because pop culture is a really defined part of our existence. I wanted to see if there was anything out there. And there was a popular TV show in the mid 80s to early 90s called Roseanne. And there was a clip that they had where her sister, Roseanne's sister Jackie, got a computer and became addicted to the internet. And it's a funny video, and I want to show the clip. If you'll all give me a second here. Can you see that on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play this. I probably won't play the whole 2 minutes and 57 seconds, but it's fairly comical, but it's on a serious topic. Can everybody hear that?
I cannot hear it.
Oh.
Maybe I think I might have had to restart the share to get the sound.
Okay.
Yeah, when I shared my screen, there's an option on the top right of the share tray where it's like enable computer audio or something like that. So I think you'll need to have that selected.
Okay, let me see. So stop presenting. And where did you all go? There you are. So it would be, where was it at, Amanda? Share.
When you click the share button, there's an option on the top right for enabling computer audio.
There we go. Very good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started again. How's that?
Over some more software for Andy. Hey,
We can hear it,
you're on
John.
the internet. Looks like you really got the hang of that thing, huh?
Yeah, I just been playing around with it a little bit.
Read over Treasure Math Storm. It's a little old, but let me put it in.
No, David, I'm just right in the middle of something here.
Sorry. Jackie, aren't those the same clothes you had on yesterday?
I don't know, maybe. Clothes are clothes. What's your point?
Are you all right? God, have you even left this thing since I last saw you?
David, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I'm just a little distracted. So, how's school?
I graduated last spring. You were there.
Good, good. So you got finals coming up then?
Jackie, are you even listening to me?
I'm fine.
Oh, my God, you haven't left this thing. You're addicted to the internet.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. I've seen this before. I lost 2 friends to this.
They were weak. They were weak. I am strong.
Where's Andy?
He's fine. He's in his room with his toys. I've got him on the monitor.
Okay, Jackie, I think it's time to turn off the
No,
computer.
not
for a while.
now, David. I'm learning useful things. I'm growing as a person.
You're in the Urkel chat room.
What? What are you doing?
I'm gonna unplug you, Jackie.
David, get away from that right now.
This is for your own
David,
good,
don't.
Jackie.
Wait a second. David. You can't treat me like this. Plug me back in. I'll quit tomorrow, I promise. Don't take it from me now, man.
Okay. So this video was from 1998, sort of illustrating that this has been around for a long time. The potential for internet addiction has been around for a long time. Going forward into, let me find, I gotta get back here. Into data analysis, there is something that's known as the Big Five in comparison of personalities: neuroticism, extroversion, openness, agreeableness, and conscientiousness. I focused in on neuroticism as the first one because of the difference that we're seeing in heightened, because heightened neuroticism has been clinically proven to be associated with an increased risk for generalized anxiety disorder, panic attacks, depressive order, so on and so forth, kind of along the lines of what many health issues center around. And within that group, they had two groups. They had a core morbid group, a comorbid group for internet addiction, which was done based on a health survey, and then an alcohol group where individuals were addicted to alcohol. And as you can see, it's a much higher rate of neuroticism with the comorbid group that answered the questions on the health questionnaire for internet addiction. A little bit further, when we get into the demographic variables or the socioeconomic variables, age was interesting. Age was not, I couldn't really pin it down. There were variances in age across the board. So I sort of took my focus off of that because I couldn't get anything conclusive. So I decided to go with income and education levels. And as you can see, we'll just take the education level at a moderate level of addiction. 32% with some college versus 4.3% with individuals that have a graduate degree. And then in the income levels, it goes all the way up from $0 to $74,999. And I'm guessing that these are individual incomes as opposed to family incomes. But if we look at it, you can see that at less than $25,000, a moderate level of addiction is 28.6% versus individuals making $100,000 or more is 5.7%. So my findings that I got out of this was that there is evidence that leans towards individuals with underlying issues and their susceptibility to harboring internet addiction. Internet addiction has been a topic as early as 1996 in pop cultures and studies relating to overuse. There's clinical studies that have confirmed that neuroticism is a case for heightened mental disorders in individuals, which is a hallmark of gambling addiction. And the interesting thing about this is that the 1998 study that was done by Young, they chose gambling addiction as the model to determine if someone is addicted to the internet. And that's in the study, it was primarily because there's not a stimulant such as drugs or alcohol to aid in that behavior. And then socioeconomic studies have found data to suggest that an individual's education and financial state play a role in a vulnerability for internet addiction. So going on to the conclusion, I'm not sold that the research that collected conclusively identifies internet addiction as a disorder. It could be a byproduct of simply other mental health issues, and internet aids in exacerbating those. Correlations have been found among certain socioeconomic groups, personality types, and mental health conditions as a potential cause for overuse, as an escape mechanism or addictive behaviors. Addiction to the internet is a global problem. As I said, Pakistan, Turkey, China, India, Israel, there's studies being done all over the world. And then mental health issues vary widely among type and populations. And there's no one course of treatment that's considered or agreed upon to combat not just internet addiction, but all types of addiction. So when I went into future work, and this is one of the reasons why I chose this topic and I was looking at it being in the cybersecurity program, is that addiction of all types creates a vulnerability in humans and can cause irrational behavior and poor judgment. And social engineering, as we know it, is a major cause for cyber breaches. It sort of begs the question, should a person's mental health and addictive behavior play a role in granting access to sensitive data? whether at work or let's say, for an example, with your children. So that's a question that has a lot of ethical connotations to it, but it's something that overall we should look at as far as a measure of protection against cyber breaches. So that is that's my presentation. If anyone has any questions.
Very interesting findings. I'm curious, since we're in the technology field, do you think we can utilize technology to resolve internet addiction problem? And if so, how do you think we can utilize technology to help resolve this kind of issue?
Well, we have a lot of protections in order today, like specifically with the GDPR. The United States does not have as many protections for its users, and there's discussions around beefing up the U.S. policies to along with the GDPR for what people access. But then we get into a question of, okay, who should be restricted and who shouldn't. So I don't know that I can answer that question effectively to the extent that if there's anything that we can do. I think it's an individual choice, and as parents or as caretakers, being in tune with our family members and understanding what it is they're going through, and understanding that the internet can become addictive in nature or overused for a number of purposes. And it's keeping an eye on that. I have many friends whose children, they're restricted on the internet. They're restricted what they can see, what they can do, where they can go, how much screen time they get, so on and so forth. But at some point in time, as you get older, you're not going to have those restrictions.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else? Thank you, John. Thank you everyone for attending today. That's the end of our session. Thank you to our presenters, and congratulations on coming to the end of this road. And have a good day, everyone. I guess there's no follow-up meeting with the main group after this, so we're all heading on our way after this.
Very good. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for all your hard work and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great job, you guys.